Folks, I'm in Louisiana on the road, on my way to, I'm in Louisiana on the road on the way to Alabama. Finally found a sawmill and found on Facebook Marketplace, and these things are going as soon as they come up. I contacted a guy within an hour of him putting it up. He called me back, and nice guy, just a brand new mill, barely used, just got it in December, and he had decided that he needed something bigger, so he barely used it, and we struck a deal, and went this morning. I talked to him last night, went this morning to the bank, got a cashier's check, and on the road to Alabama, picking it up in the morning. So then we'll head back to Texas with the sawmill in tow. So hopefully it'll fit onto pickup. If not, if we can't get it up there, I will go get a U-Haul trailer. But either way, glad I found one, and it's a good deal. It was actually the type that I wanted, and if I ordered it from the factory brand new, it would have cost me the same money, and it would have taken over a year to get. So instead, I'm getting it in about a day and a half. All right, we'll keep you posted. Hey folks, so got in late last night, about 2 a.m. on a 2-day trip to Alabama to go buy this. This is a sawmill. It's a brand name. It was one of the ones that I wanted to, that I was on my list of possibles. Very low hours, 60 hours if that. And the guy was super nice, real good guy. Ended up, we were going to put it in the back of my pickup, and it just wasn't going to work out. The head wouldn't fit between the bed, so we could have cranked the head way up, and then now it's top heavy, because the heaviest part is that portion that has the blade on it and the engine and that. So we wanted that low to have a center of gravity low. So I ended up having to do an unexpected expense, which fortunately Tractor Supply was open and there was one close, and I had to go buy a utility trailer so that I could bring it back. But actually, as it worked out, it worked out perfect, because it was just the right length, and we were able to put the beds, you know, it's 3 sections. Each section is 80 inches. It can, in its current form, it can cut, I believe, 17 feet 8 inches. I may get one more extension from Wood-Mizer, which would allow me to basically cut 24 foot, up to 24 foot. And basically, we'll just be buying another one of these. So I'm not sure of whether I'm going to do that or not yet. It's about $800 just for that piece. I paid the guy $13,500, which is basically the cost of a brand new one with this configuration. It's got a bigger motor. The standard is 19 horsepower. This is a 25 horsepower, and it's got an auto feed, so I don't have to sit there and either push it myself or crank it with my hand. Traveled pretty good. The head is solid. The head is still tight. I stopped periodically and checked the straps, and where we had an issue was we did have a strap right across here, and it because of the tension on it and the bouncing, it cut it was one of these big straps too. Cut the strap. This cross strap here kept coming loose, so I just kept cranking it tighter. And, so I could hear these hopping a little bit every once in a while on a bad road, but the head was fine. We had the head because this head just sits on here. We had the strap. We strapped the head to the frame that this is sitting on. When you get these from the factory, this head is separate. It's not. You actually have to set it on top, and then basically they've got these three beds stacked one on top of the other, and the head's placed like this and sits in between them on a pallet. So, but it's a pain in the ass to put these things on the track by yourself. So we thought it would be better if we kept it strapped. So Puppy, of course, rode with me. She was a champ. Only problem was because she was in the car for 9 hours each way. Each time that night she had all kinds of energy stored up, so she kept me awake. The night we got to Alabama till like 3 a.m. I got there about 10 p.m. And last night I got home, and it took longer to get home because I couldn't drive as fast, obviously. And towing this, my gas mileage was like horrible. So I had to stop more frequently for gas, and I wanted to stop. I would have stopped anyway to check the tension on the straps and such, because this is a big investment. Not only you're looking right here, $13,500 for the sawmill itself, $3,600 for the trailer. Probably going to have to pay a couple $100 extra to register it here and pay the rest of the sales tax, because Alabama's sales tax is lower. And the other fun fact, Tractor Supply in Alabama, I asked them about a temporary tag, right? Which normally you go buy something that's going to ride on the road, they give you a temporary tag. The guy said, well, I don't think we do those. I'm like, you don't do those? So he goes, well, you'd have to do something in Texas and whatever. I go, I know what I got to do in Texas, but I got to go through 4 states, and you want me to do it with no tag. Well, I had no choice. I was there. I had to get it was a Saturday, and I had to get the thing out of there. And so what we did was we took our chance, and I had the paperwork with the title and the paperwork from Tractor Supply in the truck with me, hoping I could talk my way out of a ticket if I got pulled over. But I drove mostly at night, so it wasn't as apparent that I didn't have a tag. Like going through Louisiana, I saw a bunch of trailers with no license plate. So, some places, I guess in the South, they aren't as strict about this stuff for the most part, but we'll see. So what we got to do today, we're going to use the backhoe to unload this thing, and then I'm going to store the trailer over here too. So I'm probably going to, I got to find something because I don't have any cinder blocks or anything out here yet. That jack for the trailer doesn't go up high enough to get it off my bumper. So I'm going to have to requisition a piece of lumber here that's sitting on the ground or something just for the time being, and then I'll get some more permanent solution at that point. But we got here, we got safe. We broke 3 straps. I had extra straps in the truck with me, so like this one wasn't on here, for instance, originally, and it's still nice and tight, fortunately, but I just wanted to keep it from bouncing into the other one. I figured if we put another strap across that thing, the same thing would happen, and it would cut that one. So I didn't do that, and this other one over here had a strap across it. I wasn't worried about them bouncing out the bed. I was worried about them damaging parts and stuff from banging into each other or banging into the sides of the trailer. As you can see, when that strap was on here, when it broke or whatever happened, we got a dent. Now, all I know is it happened somewhere either in Alabama or in Mississippi. So what we got to do is we're going to get these beds out of here first, and then those don't weigh all that much. The 2 of us were able to like actually walk those in, carrying them in. I am going to take them off with the backhoe because I'm by myself, and this portion weighs about with the top portion I think weighs about 600 pounds, and then you got the platform is probably, I don't know, maybe 100, 150 pounds. So, so you're talking about 700, 800 pounds. It's heavy. So we're going to have to rig that and lift it up with the backhoe. So that's what we're going to do today, and we'll be back to you later. All right, folks. Well, that was relative. It was a lot less painful to get it off the trailer than it was to get it on. Well, actually, getting it on the trailer wasn't that bad, but overall loading took us a while. Yeah, I just picked up the 2 beds, but you know, they're just parts of the bed here. I just picked those up with the big bucket and the chain, and well, a chain hooked to a strap. Strap was connected to the thing, so I didn't want to just use the chain straight on there because it would have scratched them all up. This one is still rigged. I just hooked a chain onto this apparatus with the backhoe bucket because I could maneuver it, you know, in more directions. Lifted it up to where it was going to clear the trailer, pulled the trailer out from underneath it, set this down, and then flipped around and used the backhoe bucket to position it over where it is now, which is, you know, it's crooked and everything else, but I'm not cutting with it. It's all strapped together. This thing weighs a lot. It ain't going nowhere. So, I mean, you know, I could wobble a little bit, but it ain't going nowhere. So, and it's not going to be very long before we have it set up. So, like I said, I need to get this thing registered, and I don't know what time it is. Theoretically, I could run over and do that today. And then I can use this to go get a load of cement and start doing, I'm going to make a series of like piers for where these adjuster cups go. And when you put this together, you got within about 2 feet of each other on center, well, not even that much, you've got 2 sets, one from each bunk, and then on the ends you've only got a single one. Now on this the last one, I think I'm probably going to set it up for as if it had another bunk, because just in case I get an extension. So, you know, all in all, I call that a success. So now I've got where I was able to get, I can park the backhoe right next to this, so it's still out of the common view from the road. One thing I don't like about this trailer is normally you have a flat piece, and there's actually a hole for it down at the base of the pedestal there. Allie! And there isn't one, so I got to go to Tractor Supply and find out what the deal is with that. Of course, I probably am going to have to buy it, but something tells me it was supposed to come with one, and it's not there. So I'm pretty happy overall. You know, I would have liked I would have rather been able to buy just a car hauler trailer, because I need one of those, because I could have used it for this and I could have used it for hauling cars. But I was in a bind and had to do what I had to do. I can always sell this, so it's a good trailer. Hauled pretty good. 560 miles, something like that, from Alabama through 4 states. By the way, I think my dog in the last 2 days has been in more states than either the president or the vice president. Just saying. Although I'm not sure a lot of places want either one of them there now. Anyhow, take the dog for a walk, and I'm beat from the trip. I didn't get in until 2 a.m. last night, like I said, so I just wanted to get this unloaded and not have it sitting around the property. Plus, I have no plate on the trailer, didn't want to have to drag that everywhere. And I wanted to safely get the wood miser off of the trailer, so that it's kind of staged for reassembly once I get the platform ready to go. So, till next time, folks.